Buongiorno, Vario stick here. Just a quick note about the next town visit which follows in a minute or two. We set off with all good intentions. It was a lovely day. By the time we got there, it was blowing a gale. So we were kind of blown off one side of the town. We could only video on one side, which suited me because, as it turned out, that's where the old stone buildings were. That's where most of the history is. And as you know full well, that's something I particularly enjoy. But there is another side to this place, much more modern, much more vibrant. But because it was blowing a gale, we simply couldn't video there, because if we had done, all you'd have heard was the wind blast over the top of the camera. So enjoy this. It's a little bit shorter than normal. I may go back there one day and do some videoing on the newer side of this particular place. So enjoy our latest town visit. Buongiorno, Vario stick here. Where are we today? Well, we're very high up, as you can see, and it's a touch windy. But welcome anyway to Carunchio. Might have to come up with a bit of a plan B, really. Because of the wind today, it's going to be blowing across the mic, and all you'll hear is wind blast. And here in a minute when we go around the corner, looks fine at the minute, but I know when I get around that corner it's going to get windy. So what I might have to do, just for this particular time, is just do a bit of a voiceover back at the homestead, maybe put some music on. At least you can enjoy the views without necessarily listening to the wind blast, which is just about to happen. Oh, actually, it didn't. It did. Depending on whether your knees are up to it, the Comune has built this roadway and pathway right from the more modern centre of Carunchio, and it wraps around in a kind of a spiral, as you might expect, because it gets pretty high up to the old church. And in fact it goes on a little bit further to the hotel, which I'll have a look at in a minute. So as I say, I don't know whether your knees are up to it, because it is a pretty good walk actually, but it's worth doing because the views from up here are spectacular. Just spotted this off one of the roadways. Crikey, that's a project and a half. I can feel my bank balance being destroyed as I look at it. But what a place when done. Look at the views. My word. Spectacular. I wouldn't like you to think that Carunchio is kind of all broken down and neglected. It's not. I'm just in the older part. There's a vibrant centre to Carunchio with shops and bars. There's a bit of a kind of centre at the bottom of the hill with the restaurant there, and some really nicely maintained properties. But whilst I'm here, I just love all this. So much history, so much to think about, what happened, who built them, the kind of place that it was in its heyday. Spectacular, really spectacular. Well, a bit dodgy underfoot. We want to do this on a dark night. There we go. Fantastic. Vendici, it's for sale. Oh, there's a thing. Vendici. And see a project. It's a project, alright. Or a project with a view. As I say, I wouldn't want you to think that Carunchio is a broken down old place. It is not. It's certainly alive. There are plenty of facilities. But I am in this older quarter and I could just explore places like this all day long. What a place. What a fantastic place. A little bit beyond resurrection, I guess, but what a wonderful place. Who built it? What was his name? Who put that stone in there? Wow. That one's a bit leaning. Only been there 500 years, so I ain't going nowhere any time soon. Just to prove to you that there is life in Carunchio. Look at that. Two nicely maintained buildings. Again, one there and the church at the top. Lovely place. It does have life to it, but it has history as well. Perfect combination, really. Unless you don't like walking up hills, because it's pretty damn steep, I can tell you that much. Cool. Wonderful. Great views. Great place to visit and explore. Another beautifully maintained house. Staggering views on this pathway, roadway that goes from the bottom to the top. Wow. You never get tired of looking at that, even on a cloudy day. That's the other side of the hotel. It's rather nice. Unusual gates. What a view. You've got to come here. Carunchio. How come I always get the dog stalking me? What is it about Vario stick with the local dogs either come and chase you or want to say hello? I don't know. Must be something to do with the camera. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this visit to Carunchio. I've said it a couple of times, but I'll say it again. It's not just a historical centre. There's lots of life down in the newer centre. There's a schools, there's a couple of bars, restaurants. So it's definitely worth a visit. And the road out on the other side goes up into the mountains, down towards the Trieste River on the other side. There's a fantastic hotel here, as well as a magnificent church, which unfortunately is locked today, but we can't go in. But if you like exploring historical centres and twisty little alleys, this is a place to come to. But if you also like a little bit of life with bars and restaurants and the hotel, then certainly pay Carunchio a visit. So this is Vario Stick with tied out legs saying ciao ciao for now.